Every classic has a story to tell, but this one nearly changed Rover forever. In 1953, Rover built a car so ambitious, so different from anything else they'd done before, that it didn't fit their own identity, so they quietly abandoned it. This is the Rover P4 Drophead, one of only 2 ever made. In the early 1950s, Rover approached one of the greatest design houses in the world, Pininfarina, and asked a simple question: what if a Rover could be beautiful? The answer became this. 2 were built, only 1 aluminium-bodied example survives, and you're looking at it. What I love about this car is that it exists outside Rover's normal story. This was Rover briefly daring to dream. We all think of Rover as sensible, solid, engineering-led. Pininfarina redesigned the Rover P4, producing a fixed head and a drop head. Rover loved it so much they commissioned a British-built version, this one, bodied in aluminium by H.J. Mulliner. And this is where it becomes personal, because only 2 were ever built. So Frank, this is something really special, isn't it? It's not every day you see a Rover like this, is it?
No. There are only 2 ever made. There's the Mulliner, which is known, this car is known as,
yeah.
And there's the Farina, which is the sister car, which was produced by Farina and bodied by Farina in Italy.
And that one's been modified quite a bit.
That has been modified. It's got a different engine. This one has been heavily restored, but it is more or less original. What you see is more or less as it was built.
So Frank, what stopped Rover from going into production with this? Because looking at the design, it could have had them go a little bit more upmarket before the P5.
Yes, indeed. What they were trying to do was go upmarket to compete with Rolls. The initial problem was cost. You know, when they produced this car as a cost exercise, it was beyond their imagination. Then we had a problem with getting a coach builder to build them in any quantity.
Yeah.
And lastly, that one of the directors didn't like the design.
Oh.
And that was it.
And that was the end of it.
That was the end of it.
How can you not like the design? It's amazing. Tell us about your first encounter with this car.
I came across this car back in the early 90s at a Rover P4 National Rally. It was in primer on the back of a trailer, and it had no interior, no engine and no gearbox.
Right.
And then we move on from there, and in about 1997, I think it was, I encountered it again at another Rover P4 Rally.
Yeah.
This time it was actually rolling, but still no engine and no interior. We then move on, and it happened to turn up at the NEC at the Classic Car Show in November. And there were the 2 cars, both the Farina and the Mulliner, on the stand. And I met the son of one of the previous owners on this particular car.
Right, and then fate took another hand, didn't it?
Yes, it did indeed. A good friend of mine called George Hamill, who owned the sister car at the time, phoned me up and said, "Did you know the Mulliner's up for sale in Buxton at an auction?" And I said, no. His reaction was, "Well, I don't want another one. So, you know, I'm passing the information on to you." And from there, I was kicking the furniture because I just bought an E-Type. And my wife in the end said, "For God's sake, go and buy the thing, or at least have a bid at it so that you can get it out of your system," which I did. And we drove up to Buxton, and we arrived at the auction house, and the car was there, completely restored, not well restored, but it was restored, and it was actually roadworthy. He and I, we were hanging around the car. It was quite amusing actually, because we were probably the only 2 people in the auction room that knew what the car was. I knew that it was the Mulliner, he knew it was the Mulliner, and people were coming up and saying, you know, we were actually earwigging, and they were saying, "Oh, it's a kit car, or it's a special and someone's done this to it." And nobody realised at the auction that it was an actual Rover vehicle.
Yeah.
There appeared only to be 2 people bidding. One, I assume, was a dealer, and me. And I could not believe it. I got it at the hammer price was the reserve price. And I drove back to Essex with change.
You must have been over the moon.
That's an understatement.
And then you bring it home to your house in Leon.
Well, yes. And I got home at the early hours of the morning. And because I've had classic cars in previously, my wife was actually expecting a rust bucket. when she got up and looked out of one of the first floor windows, she saw the car and she was absolutely astounded.
It's lovely inside, isn't it, Frank? It really is.
Yes. And the interior actually is the same as when I bought it. When I say the interior, the leatherwork, I've had new carpets put in it, and believe it or not, the dash was actually ivory. And that was one of the first jobs that I did when I got the car. I stripped all the dash out, all the instrumentation and everything else, and got it body colour.
Do you know what the P stands for with, you know, P4, P5, P6?
Yes, indeed. But I'm not telling you.
No, and let us know if you know what it stands for. Let us know in the comments below, and we'll be revealing that a little bit later on. Are you doing a restoration? Then why not use CBS Car Builder Solutions? You get 10% off your order, and it helps to support this channel. Just click on the link above or in the description below. Okay, so we're here with Frank because we're going to be doing the clunk test. We'll see how well the P4 shuts in one single swipe. Now, the P6 is currently the winner. Can a P4 still come up with the goods? Let's find out, Frank. Are you confident? He's not, because this car's rather a lot older than the P6 that we tried, to be fair. And we're going to give it a single swipe. So, Frank, this is the rules. You have to swipe from here and see how well it shuts in position. Yep. Are you ready? Go for it. That was pretty good, actually, wasn't it, for an old car of this description? I don't know what we're going to score it. Over to the judges.
My business, humming a song. I'm happy by myself, not a care in the world. This is a life, just me, myself, and I.
It runs beautifully though, doesn't it, Frank?
Yeah, it accelerates quite well.
Yeah. And what sort of top speed has it got? 90 miles an hour?
I would say 90, pushing it. Not some speed that I would actually do.
No, I wouldn't do that anymore.
But I have done that sort of speed on the autobahns in Germany.
Right, okay. So tell me, Frank, what is it you really love about this car?
The fact that it's more or less unique.
Yeah.
I can drive out in the car knowing pretty well much that there isn't another car like it on the road, because I do know the guy that owns the car, the sister car.
Yeah.
And it's unlikely that it's going to be out on the road at any time, because he has a number of vehicles in his collection.
Yeah. So let us know what you think of the Rover P4. Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and to share, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode of Classic Car Stories. It's completely free. Hit the bell button and then you'll get a notification every time we drop a new episode. But listen, stay tuned and watch this video all about the P6 in this fabulous paprika red.